Who's still talking? When history gets rewritten, who remembers what really happened? We do. KBLA Talk 1580. Black media isn't just important right now, it's essential. Because when mainstream outlets move on, we stay. When the headlines ignore our communities, we don't. When decisions are being made that affect black lives in our schools, our neighborhoods, our economy, KBLA is in the room. This is more than radio. This is a lifeline, a record, a rallying cry. Black stories, black voices, black power.
The heat is on.
On the air and in the culture. KBLA Talk 1580. Stay connected. Stay informed. Stay loud.
Stand up.
Hey, so I'm calling your show, 'cause I need to know. Show me which way to go before I throw my man out the door.
Okay, hold on a second, Keisha. Just let me ask Ronald exactly what's going on, because it takes two to tango, and I need to hear his side of the story.
So she's driving me insane, got stress heavy on my brain. She keeps playing silly games, man, I'm about to bring the pain. We seem to fuss and fight every day and every night. Please give some advice so we can see the light, see the light.
I was very concerned that the women seemed so desperate for men. I don't have that experience. But I have talked to many women.
You don't know that experience, or you don't have it?
I don't have it. I mean,
You're not desperate for men?
No. I mean, I'm hardly desperate for anything, really. I feel, that whatever is mine is looking for me. You know what I mean?
Now, how'd you find all this peace?
Well, so of it.
Just leave me out of this. Thank you very much.
Well, peace comes to you, by being peace. You are peace. You become peace yourself.
You've had some tough times. Yes, you have. I mean, I know a little bit about your personal life.
Well, I know, but...
And a little bit about your personal life in this book.
Yeah, a lot of it.
Yeah, exactly.
But apparently, you see, when we do encounter the difficult things in life, rather than running, we can get to a place, in ourselves where it is pretty peaceful. And then you don't feel desperation. You just feel that, the world is pretty much the way it is, and, you have your life in it.
Andy, who was that? Sounds like somebody familiar. I think I know that person. What's her name? Alice Walker. And she was with Bill Moyer. Yeah. All right. Man, it's about to get going. You already know what it is. It's my Friday, Thursday night. The VOR already ready to cook. Let's get it. Let's just pull it out. Let's just put it on the table. Welcome to Build-A-Mate. An intriguing look at how we make our partners our purpose. fit our purpose, serve our purpose. Andy, if you could build a perfect woman, because I saw the flyer that you put together for the KBLA YouTube. I saw it. It was amazing. If you could build the perfect woman, ladies, call in 1-800-920-1580 if you could build the perfect man. What would he be? What characteristics would he have? And when I hit you with why you before I get there, Andy, just give me a little insight, man. What's the perfect woman? And what are her characteristics? Build a mate, build a boo, build a bae, build them today.
How many tracks do you want? Just one for now?
I'm interested. You tell me.
Number one, I'm gonna start off with non-judgmental.
It's got to be non-judgmental.
I mean, obviously attractive, right?
Attractive
to me. Let me just go ahead and say that.
So she has to be attractive and attracted to you.
I mean, excuse me, attractive to me, but of course attracted to me. Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Intelligent. Street smarts. I mean, I'll throw that into the intelligent bag.
Right.
Health conscious.
Health conscious.
I'm not expecting you to be, a vegan or anything like that, but just conscious about your health. Loving. Caring. Nurturing. You know what? And you know what's funny? After, being behind the scenes and listening to you for the past couple of years or so, I'm not a big fan of saying this, but I'm going to go ahead and say challenging.
Whoa. Challenging in what way? This is interesting.
I guess challenging in all aspects. I mean,
until the challenge shows up. Right.
I'll just say this, anything that's going to expand my knowledge, my emotional capacity. I hope that doesn't sound like I'm pandering.
No, it sounds like you want a real relationship.
Once again, just, being behind the scenes and learning what it is to be in a relationship. I'm all for that.
Man, I love that, Andy. I loved what you said. I loved how you said loving. You started getting down to the meat and potatoes of it.
Absolutely.
Build a bae. What are their characteristics? Call me right now, 1-800-920-1580. I really want to know. I do. I want to know what they must possess in order for you to be happy. And they're already saying it in the chat on TikTok. They're saying this feels like a setup. They feel like I'm setting them up. Well, you better believe it's a setup, because I just want to know, right? If you could build one, right? A man, like, ladies, if you could build a man, right? What must he do? Who must he be? Ray in the chat says she has to have self-awareness. Why? For what? How does that serve you? Because self-awareness for her is cool. How does her self-awareness serve you? Oh, I don't want to give it away. I don't want to give it away. 1-800-920-1580. Get in here. Get in here. I want to know your thoughts. I do. I want to know how you're going to process what I'm saying to you tonight. Oh, growth, personal growth. Andy got something to say. Come on, Andy.
It's more of a question. Is it even possible to build a mate? And I only ask that question because
we do it all the time.
I think we all attempt
or we
to.
Try anyway.
We try
yeah.
to, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you always hear, like, during the whole dating process, before you kind of get into an exclusive relationship, you always hear, well, I got this person for this, I got that person for that, I got this person for that. You can never truly find everything wrapped up into one person, and that's why I think folks entertain multiple people at the same time.
Build a bae. Are you trying to build them? I'm interested to know. I know back in the day, I wanted her to be a certain way, or definitely got to be fine as frog hair. You hear me? Frog baby hair. You got to be fine as frog baby hair. But Andy touched on something that I think is huge. Right? Build them to serve you in what way? Why must they be a certain way for you? And it sounds like a pretty simple question I'm asking. Right? The brother Ray in my TikTok said, she got to be self-aware. She got to, he said a few things. And then I said, why? Self-awareness is for her. And then he said, well, because she reflects me. He said, physical beauty can be the biggest illusion. 148,000%. I concur, Ray. But I'm interested. I am really trying to figure it out. Who must they be for you? Right? I hear men complaining about women. I hear women complaining about men. I hear men evaluating women, categorizing women, judging women. And I hear the same for the women doing it to men. So why? What's your ideal girl? Andy, who is she? How does she show up? You remember, just on an aesthetic level, right? People will see somebody like Halle Berry and be like, oh man, or Beyonce, or what? I want to know, if you could build a mate, would they not cheat? Would you program fidelity into them? Would you program hustle into them? Fiscal responsibility. Would you program academia? They must be intelligent, right? Well, how is the perfect person going to show up in your life? I'm interested to know. Boy, when I crack this thing open in a second, build a mate. What if an intimate relationship has quietly become a workshop for self-construction by proxy? What if the partner... Oh, God. What if the partner, many organisms claim, organism is just a euphemism I use for people. What if the partner many organisms claim to love has actually been recruited to perform a hidden purpose? It's not much different from Sister Dr. Jashana Johnson when she talked about attachment theory, not attachment theory, but the love languages, right? She was like, I don't really roll with the love languages. And I said, why? She said, because it's an extension of insecure attachment. So when Andy said something that was profound, I need her to be loving. Andy, it's profound time now. It's transparency time. Andy, do you feel like you lack love when dealing with women? Ooh, wow. Do you feel like you're not getting enough love? Do you feel like love was scarce as you were coming up and now it is a prerequisite in your Build-A-Bay movement? I don't know. Somebody tell me. Talk to me, Andy. He's here. He's ready. Because that's what you said, Andy. I want to know if it's coming from that space.
No, it's not.
Where's it coming from, bro?
It's a great question. I think it's probably something I probably need to dive deep into.
Yes.
I think, I guess just off the rip, just first thought that pops up in my mind is just a desire to be liked, a desire to be desired.
Where does the desire come from?
It's a great question.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. A lot of people want to build a bay because they've already outsourced regulation. Ooh, I know people don't want to hear that. They done outsourced regulation. It's too difficult to learn right now. This is what the whole "don't disturb my peace" movement is about. If you've ever achieved a high level of consciousness, such as peace, it cannot be disturbed from the outside. Oops, I revealed something. I didn't mean to give that away. Huh? What if the partner many organisms claim to love has actually been recruited to perform a hidden purpose, regulate their insecurity, carry their ideal self-image, and complete the parts of them they have not built from within? Welcome to Build-A-Mate. When the voice of reason comes forward, we're going to peel that banana.
The reasons that we're here, the reasons that we fear, our feelings won't disappear. You're listening to the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
Do you have 3 ex-wives and your current trophy wife wants a life insurance policy 3 times the size of the policies you had to purchase for your previous mistakes? If so, you need to call Big Lou, a term provider, 800-345-2789. Big Lou is intimately familiar with your problems, and if you're 50 or 60 years old and in reasonably good health, a $1 million policy should only cost about $100 to $200 per month. Big Lou may have a solution for your previous policies as well. You may even save enough money to lighten the load on your new $1 million policy. Remember, call Big Lou. He's like you, except he's only on number 2. Call Term Provider at 800-345-2789. That's 800-345-2789 for $1 million in term life insurance that you can live with. Call Big Lou at 800-345-2789.
Download to see if you qualify. Not all customers will qualify. Transfer fees may apply. No Albert subscription required. Albert is not a bank. Albert Instant Loans are issued by FinWise Bank, member FDIC. Not an actual client. Terms apply.
Kylie, what's wrong? I just got hit with a car repair bill. I'm behind on rent, and I feel like I can never save any money.
Have you tried the Albert app? Albert is your financial assistant, helping you find ways to save and create custom budgets to actually grow your money. Plus, you can get up to $10,000 for big expenses, or advance up to $1,000 fast when you need cash right away.
Albert can get me up to $10,000?
Exactly. Albert spots you in a pinch and helps you grow your money in the long run.
I'm downloading Albert right now.
Download the Albert app and use promo code BOOST to borrow up to $10,000 for whatever you need. The Albert app helps you budget better and save more money, so you reach your financial goals faster. Download the Albert app right now and use promo code BOOST to borrow up to $10,000. Use code BOOST to borrow up to $10,000.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580, connecting you with services and solutions. At the heart of the Al Wooten Center's mission for good citizenship and academic excellence is a desire to ensure that every student avoids the kind of lifestyle and overcomes the kinds of challenges that led to the murder of Al Wooten Jr. In 1990, founder Myrtle Faye Rumpf opened the center in honor of her son's life. In 2026, they are serving more than 300 students in grades 3 through 12 annually online and on site at their youth center and other sites in the South LA area. The Al Wooten Jr. Youth Center takes a neighborhood approach to the revitalization and empowerment of a community in crisis. The Wooten Center provides free after-school and summer programs to help students in grades 3 through 12 attain grade-level proficiency and promotion, high school graduation, and college and career access and success. The Al Wooten Center focuses on academics, STEM, the arts, and so much more. Join them for an enriching experience that sparks creativity and nurtures young minds. Tap in at wootencenter.org. That's wootencenter.org. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
You know you want some more. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
Regulators. We regulate any stealing of his property. We're damn good, too. But you can't be any geek off the street. Gotta be handy with the steel, if you know what I mean. Earn your keep.
Regulators! Mount up! It was a clear black night, a clear white moon. Warren G was on the streets, trying to consume some skirts for the E, so I could get some phones. Rolling in my ride, chilling all alone.
Just hit the east side of the LBC, on a mission trying to find Mr. Warren G. Seen a car full of girls, ain't no need to tweak. All of you skirts know what's up with 213.
So I hooked a left on 21 and Lewis, some brothers shooting dice, so I said, let's do this. I jumped out the ride and said, what's up? Some brothers bought some, so I said, I'm stuck.
Since these girls peeping me, I'm gonna glide and swerve. These looking so hard, they straight hit the curve. Want to bigger, better things than some horny tricks. I see my homie and some suckers all in his mix.
I'm getting jacked, I'm breaking myself. I can't believe they taking
a really good gauge on how satisfied you are in your life altogether. And this is regarding higher purpose, your contribution of light and love and creativity to the planet, your positive contribution to elevating consciousness on the planet, is how preoccupied you are with dating and finding a mate, with how male or female centered you are. I heard someone say the other day that people are so obsessed with dating culture because it's the most exciting thing that they have going on in their lives. They go to work all week and it's the one variable of uncertainty.
Who is that, Andy? And I'm not mad because she's technically correct. I'm not mad. Who is it? Does anybody know? You know, because I hear when you hear. Marissa Gonzalez. So let me just break this down to you guys. We have re-engineered relationships. Okay, relationships are about self-discovery. But we've re-engineered relationships to be about self-avoidance, right? We date to the level of our wound. So if our wound is buried deep, we can lean in a little deeper. But if our wound is closer to the surface, we date to the level of the wound or to the depth of the wound, right? So oftentimes we have unconsciously put ourselves in a position to use relationship as a source, an outsourcing of self-regulation. Yeah. They work if they help maintain, right, the wound. Right? They work. They work for me. We're tight. We're locked in. No, that's not how relationships are supposed to work. So build a mate now starts to look more like an extension, right, of expectations. Again, what if the partner many organisms claim to love has actually been recruited into their life to perform a hidden purpose, to regulate their insecurity, to carry their ideal self, and complete the parts of them they have not built from within? This is a piercing look at why many organisms unconsciously sculpt partners into emotionally, this hurts, emotional utility devices? You got to come in here and serve a purpose. Then call the frustration that follows relationship problems when they don't follow the programming. You built them. You expect them to act like a robot, an automaton, right? Based on your wounds, desires, and needs. This conversation does not ask what kind of partner you want. It asks what secret labor you expect a partner to perform for your unfinished identity. Are y'all listening? Build a mate. If you could build the perfect mate, you do know she would never run aground of what you have not claimed yet. That's what makes her perfect. That's what makes him perfect. Right? They don't trip the wire that's surrounding the wound. Is it making sense? Are you there now? Build a mate. Your partner does not arrive as your purpose. They arrive as your mirror that reveals the distance between who you perform and what you have actually developed. Now, guess what you're supposed to do when your mirror shows up? Do you know, Andy? Do you know? When your mirror shows up, because relationships are mirrors. And if a relationship is a mirror and it's the university of you, and this is where you learn the most about who you are, the image that comes, you see it. What are you supposed to do? Andy says observe. 1-800-920-1580. We about Valerie done said get the Windex. Listen, when we come forward, I'm going to tell you what the end result of that is supposed to be.
He's on fire tonight. It's the Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams exclusively on KBLA Talk 1580.
I'm Amber Payton with BIN News Now. First Lady Melania Trump says she had no knowledge of Jeffrey Epstein's sex crimes and denies any connection to him, including claims she was ever on his plane.
Donald and I were invited to the same parties as Epstein from time to time.
Speaking from the White House, she called the allegations false smears and says her legal team is demanding retractions from those spreading them, including political strategist James Carville. A pilot program aimed at boosting reading skills among D.C. students is showing strong results. Funded by a $16 million federal grant, the effort focused on low-income and black students and helped reduce the achievement gap by about a third. And Alcorn State University is partnering with NVIDIA to bring AI into its curriculum, becoming the first HBCU in Mississippi to do so. The initiative aims to train thousands in AI, machine learning, and data science. Get BIN News Now on demand 24/7 on the iHeartRadio app.
Are you looking for your next European adventure? Think Poland. From its historic cities to all of the UNESCO landmarks and its incredible food. Modern, safe, welcoming. Get inspired at Poland.travel.
When the story gets twisted, who's going to tell the truth? When they cut the microphones, who's still talking? When history gets rewritten, who remembers what really happened? We do. KBLA Talk 1580. Black media isn't just important right now, it's essential. Because when mainstream outlets move on, we stay. When the headlines ignore our communities, we don't. When decisions are being made that affect black lives in our schools, our neighborhoods, our economy, KBLA is in the room. This is more than radio. This is a lifeline, a record, a rallying cry. Black stories, black voices, black power.
The heat is on.
On the air and in the culture. KBLA Talk 1580. Stay connected. Stay informed. Stay loud.
Stand up.
An official message from Medicare.
Couple more minutes and we'll start this month's book club.
You know, I usually love a plot twist, but this year I'm comparing my options during Medicare open enrollment.
You can't assume your current health or drug plan is the best one for you.
And you gotta make sure your drugs are covered. That's important.
So is saving money.
Review all your options at Medicare.gov. Open enrollment ends December 7th. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
If a Lenovo computer for your business is on your holiday list, don't shop around. Just go directly to the source, Lenovo.com. It's your last chance to get exclusive deals on the PCs you want for your business, like the ThinkPad X9 14 Aura Edition and Yoga 7i 2-in-1. So avoid all that shopping chaos and price comparing, and just go directly to the source, Lenovo.com, where PCs are up to 35% off. That's Lenovo.com.
Lenovo.
Ready to order?
Yes. We're earning unlimited 3% cash back on dining and entertainment with a Capital One Saver card, so let's just get one of everything.
Everything?
Fire everything. The Capital One Saver card is at table 27, and they're earning unlimited 3% cash back.
Yes, Chef! This is so nice.
Had a feeling you'd want 3% cash back on dessert.
Ooh, tiramisu.
Earn unlimited 3% cash back on dining and entertainment with the Capital One Saver card. Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com for details.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580, connecting you with services and solutions. Created with a share of the 1984 Olympic Games surplus, LA 84 began operations in 1985 as a grant-making and educational foundation. Today, the LA 84 Foundation supports hundreds of nonprofit youth sports organizations throughout Southern California annually, trains coaches, commissions research, convenes conferences, and maintains the world's premier Olympic and sports library collection. They are transforming lives and communities through the power of youth sports. To find out about youth sports programs for yourself or your child, and to get information about the grants and support they offer to schools and nonprofits, or if you want to make a donation, please visit la84.org. That's la84.org. Or you can call them at 323-730-4600. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
Hey there, Los Angeles. This is James Lucky Jr., publisher and editor of Los Angeles News Observer. Are you hungry for news that matters to you in the African-American communities of Los Angeles? Well, buckle up, because we got the scoop you've been craving. Stay in the know and never miss a beat with our free weekly publications conveniently available near you. Or hop on the digital wave and become an exclusive subscriber at OGNSC.com. Don't forget to join the party on Instagram and Twitter at OGNSCINC for behind-the-scenes access and sizzling updates. No more FOMO. Let's stay informed, connected, and empowered together.
This is KBLA Talk 1580. Talk radio that's music to your ears. We're unapologetically progressive. KBLA Talk 1580. You're listening to the voice of reason with Zoe Williams. Only on KBLA Talk 1580.
Gonna make a change for once in my life. It's gonna feel real good. Gonna make a difference. Gonna make it right. As I turn up the collarbone, my favorite winter coat. This wind is blowing my mind. I see the kids in the street with not enough to eat. Who am I to be blind, pretending not to see their need? A son's disregard, a broken bottle top, and a one-man soul. They follow each other on the window, 'cause they got nowhere to go. That's the one I want you to know. I'm starting with the man in the mirror. I'm asking him to change his ways, and no message could have been
One of the most dangerous things that people pleasers and fawns tend to do is to project their good intentions on other people. Usually when we talk about projection, we're talking about it in a negative way, like putting bad motives onto someone. But we can also do the opposite. We assume that because we value honesty, communication, reciprocity, and repair, then they must too, right? Very, very wrong. Because we tend to internalize and take on over responsibility. If someone is avoidant, inconsistent, confusing, or they shut down, we think, well, maybe if I just said something different, or maybe if I was calmer, maybe if I explained myself in a different way, then we could fix this. That's exactly how we get hooked. Because now their lack of clarity becomes our project. And I know some of you out there are thinking, ooh, I love a project. No. People are not projects, and we're not taking on confusion, mixed signals, or inconsistency as our...
The confusion is in your life because the confusion is in you. This is why so many people desire the opposite of themselves. Build a mate. Let me build something that is not me so I can be me. Because of their regulation of me. I know people don't want to hear it put that way. This is happening at an unconscious level. Listen, until you get in there, in there, I got a caller online. I'm going to bring them in real quick. But before I do, before we came forward, I was asking a question, right, about the purpose of the mirror. What do you do if relationship is right? It's the mirror of relationship where it exposes you to you. Once you see your image, what are you supposed to do? That was not rhetorical. We got people across platforms listening right now. What are you supposed to do when the mirror of you gets exposed to you? We've already said relationship is the university of you, right? Okay, the university, this is how self-knowledge is gained. The knowledge of what? How I was raised. Psychology already talks about what happens in early childhood. Even some psychologists are talking about in vitro, right? How attachment styles in theory is starting to, and now people are starting to identify with their attachment styles, which I would say don't do that. But when all of the stuff that makes you who you are shows up in the mirror of relationships, what are you supposed to do? I'm about to say this for the first time on air. And you're going to hear other people start talking like this too. Because they're over there taking notes. I know. 1-800-920-1580. It's fine. I've got to reveal it. I'm so excited. I'm seeing some responses. Somebody says, stand there. Convos that matter on TikTok. She says, stand there and take it. I like that. Callie Soul says, accept what you see. Sit with that. Sit with what you see, Callie Soul says. And then Convos That Matter jumps back in and says, this is across platforms. Callie Soul is on KBLA's YouTube channel. Convos That Matter is on my TikTok. Said, then begin the work. D-Man said, it's hard to sit in the truth. Andy, should I give them a little piece? Here we go. Andy, play that clip so they can hear what they're supposed to do to the mirror.
Teacher? I see your talents have gone beyond the mere physical level. Your skills are now at the point of spiritual insight. I have several questions. What is the highest technique you hope to achieve?
To have no technique.
Very good. What are your thoughts when facing an opponent?
There is no opponent.
And why is that?
Because the word I does not exist.
So, Continue.
A good fight should be like a small play, but played seriously. A good martial artist does not become tense, but ready. Not thinking, yet not dreaming. Ready for whatever may come. When the opponent expands, I contract. When he contracts, I expand. And when there is an opportunity, I do not hit. It hits all by itself.
Now, you must remember, the enemy has only images and illusions, behind which he hides his true motives. Destroy the image, and he will break the enemy. The it that you refer to is a powerful weapon.
Oh, I gave you the answer. See, oftentimes we will frame our partner as the enemy, but the enemy, our partner, who started off as somebody we wanted to self-regulate us, right, or regulate us, right, they bring you the mirror of relationship. In that mirror is but an image of you. Remember, you identify with your attachment theory or your attachment style. Oh, I'm a Scorpio and an avoidant. Or I'm a Libra and I'm disorganized. You're not supposed to identify with those things. Did you know when the mirror of relationship shows up, you're supposed to destroy the mirror? You're supposed to break the mirror. This is how Bruce Lee defeated his opponent in the game of, not the game of death, Enter the Dragon. The dude kept attacking him when he was in the Hall of Mirrors. It was a metaphor. So what does he do? He destroys all of the mirrors so the dude can't hide anymore. Remember, the etymology of the word mirror means shadow. So when the person comes into your life, they're actually reflecting your shadow back. The shadow needs a witness. And the reason why it hurts is because guess what you've done? You've abandoned the shadow. You've orphaned it. So in order for it to stay in your mind and stay in your spirit, it has to hurt. It's hurting. Just like an indicator light in a car. It's hurting. So you can come back to it. It needs a witness. But every time you try to witness your shadow, you come with condemnation. That ain't me. That ain't who I am. I'm not that person anymore. Well, why are you fighting? You destroy the image by loving the shadow. That's the start of integration. But because that's such a difficult thing to do, the partner got to show up and regulate. That's why you want to build one. You want to build a perfect one so you never have to do that type of work. Oh. Nobody has ever told you, everybody wants to say relationship is a mirror, but nobody ever said destroy the image you see in the mirror. Break the mirror. Nobody ever said that, right? This is the work. I guess I'll share a little bit. We got callers on the line. I got things to share. We cooking tonight. The voice of reason on Complete Fire on KBLA Talk 1580. When we come forward, more flame throwing. Let's get it.
Relationships. Got you confused? Need some straight talk? This is where you get the unfiltered truth about love, relationships, and everything in between. He breaks down relationship dynamics with no-nonsense wisdom and practical advice that actually works. Tackling the questions you're afraid to ask and giving you the answers you need to hear. You're inside the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
Yo, it's Zoe Williams, the VOR, and I know you're tired of pretty gems with pretty lies, where people seem to scroll more than they sweat. Well, it's time to level up. Welcome to Huff and Puff, where excuses die and champions rise. Smack dab at 1221 North La Brea on the corner of Fairview. This ain't a photo shoot, it's a battleground. Certified achievers in the game. Trainers who grind with you, not post pictures beside you. Whether you're chasing your next personal record or just trying to outrun your past, this is your sanctuary of sweat. No mirrors, no filters, no fluff, just pain, passion, and purpose. Stop talking, start training, huff hard, puff loud, be legendary. Where folks go to war with their weaknesses. Huff and Puff.
Stay informed with 24/7 power outage alerts from LADWP delivered straight to your phone or email when an outage occurs. Get notified when there's a major outage and again when your power is restored. Track up to 3 neighborhoods, like your home, your workplace, even a family member's. Stay connected. Stay informed. Sign up at ladwp.com/outage alert. That's ladwp.com/outage alert. Sign up today at ladwp.com/outage alert. From station to stage, LA Metro connects you to the artistic heart of Los Angeles. Celebrate this National Arts Month with Metro, exploring galleries, theaters, and cultural spaces across the city. Art isn't just where you end up, it's how you get there.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580, connecting you with services and solutions. 10 Toes In serves as a mentorship and domestic violence prevention program. They support, educate, and empower couples during and after incarceration. They assist male returning citizens to re-enter society successfully and to help them maintain a healthy relationship with their romantic partner. They offer a mentorship support group for formerly incarcerated men. 10 Toes In teaches its Intimate Relationships 101 curriculum at male prisons throughout the state of California. They host sister support group meetings for women who are intimately involved with incarcerated and formerly incarcerated men. 10 Toes In is a 501c3 nonprofit organization. To access their services or make a donation, please visit them online at 10toesin.org or find them on Facebook or Instagram. They are healing lives through relationships. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
You know you want some more. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
Chances are, if you're watching this, your algorithm is deeply invested in the self-development community or the world of psychology. And chances are you have very likely come across a study that says something to this effect. I'm going to read you what Francesca Psychology says about it because I think she sums it up nicely. Your brain releases more dopamine in response to inconsistent romantic behavior than to stable relationships. It's neurologically similar to addiction. The emotional highs and lows keep you in a constant state of arousal and vigilance, and you may mistake this anxiety for passion or chemistry when in reality it's a stress response. Okay, I'm not disagreeing with any of that, but what no one is talking about is why doesn't this happen with some people? I'll give you myself as an example. When I was deeply insecurely attached, I used to have this dopamine-filled addictive reaction in response to inconsistent behavior from other men. But when I became securely attached, the same inconsistent behavior became a turnoff. Like I got the ick. Now, why is this? It's because the inconsistent behavior itself is not what creates the dopamine-filled addictive response or lack thereof. It's your interpretation of the inconsistent behavior that creates the dopamine-filled response or the lack thereof. And when I was anxiously attached, I made inconsistent behavior mean that I was worthy or unworthy. So I interpreted it as he texts me, I'm worthy of love. High. He doesn't text me for 3 days, I'm unworthy of love. Low. But when I became securely attached, I started interpreting that inconsistent behavior much differently. It sounded more like this. What's going on with him? Is he not capable of having difficult conversations? Ew, I don't really like that. That doesn't align with my values. I don't really know if he's...
Becky Lowe, come on in, Becky. Listen, was Becky playing? Nah. That's Sheila Nova. Becky was cooking. Listen, science is science. You know, in the hood, we say science is knowledge, information. She was cooking. She was dropping the facts. Sheila Nova. Look her up. I agree with her. Only thing I don't agree with, we use attachment style a lot, but just remember, the attachment style, it's good, but it's limited. Okay? But I digress. You don't even know what relationships are for. They're to introduce you to you. How else can you see your mask in action? Carl Jung called the mask, another term for it is persona, right? You don't see you. You're just living as you. But when you get in a relationship, that's when you start seeing you. Oh. You have to destroy the image, right? The mask is image-based, right? The heart is spirit-based. You've been in survival mode this whole time. The mask says you can fake it until you make it. You can present as what you're not. That serves as bait and a lure to call people in. But you think you're calling them in and they have no idea of who you really are. But wounds are compatible. Oh, Lord, here we go, man. We got callers on the line. I want to get them in here. I want to get them in here now. We're cooking with the rarest grease. Valerie from Los Angeles is on the line. What are your thoughts on tonight's topic?
It's really interesting. I've been the bear, the Build-A-Bear, but with intention, he definitely said, this is what I need in my life, and you represent that. And this is what I'm willing to do to have it in my life. Unfortunately, it was a polygamous situation, and his other wives were miserable.
Whoa.
So I wasn't trying to go in that. But for me, I was listening and thinking, like, what requirements? And I thought about all the vision boards I've ever made. And when my girlfriends see them, they've always commented on the fact that there's never a man on them. Long walks, conversation, things like that, but never an embodiment of a man. I don't really have a type. I do have preferences. But I can't say. But I'm not afraid of me, though.
What about what about what's in you?
Well, it's funny because this was a topic of conversation today in the level.
Come on.
Like, I just want my desire in relationship at this stage in my life, and as far back as I can remember, is to have a partner that can reach the parts of me that I can't reach. And I don't just mean, you know, because he's going to see and bring things out of me. But all of my relationships I've looked at as what they brought out of me. Like, what do I get to unearth in me now?
So he's a shovel.
No, I'm the shovel.
Right. Stay with the metaphor. Do you need him to do that?
I don't. However, there are things that I know I am avoiding.
Stay right there. Don't go nowhere. There are things that you know you're avoiding. When we come forward, one of the most transparent callers ever will continue that thought.
KBLA 1580 Santa Monica.
I'm Amber Payton with BIN News Now. First Lady Melania Trump says she had no knowledge of Jeffrey Epstein's sex crimes and denies any connection to him, including claims she was ever on his plane.
Donald and I were invited to the same parties as Epstein from time to time.
Speaking from the White House, she called the allegations false smears and says her legal team is demanding retractions from those spreading them, including political strategist James Carville. A pilot program aimed at boosting reading skills among